Today I'm going to be changing out the cartridge on what I believe to be a Moen Shower Cartridge. The cartridge 1222 works, so I'm pretty much assuming that's what it is, and had a plumber friend tell me about that as well. The first step you want to do is turn off the water to your house, or if you have a way to isolate water to your shower, then that works just as well. Open up the faucet somewhere to get the pressure down and allow the water to be evacuated from the line. It'll make things a little bit easier. And the first thing you got to do is remove this screw under here in order to get the handle off. Now you may be tempted to spend a while trying to figure out which hex screw goes in by trying to go underneath, but if you lift this around like this, that brings it up here. It's a lot easier. Now I'm using a T15, it looks like. Simply because I couldn't find any Allen wrenches that fit. I don't know where I did with it. I've replaced it before. I just don't know where I did with the particular wrench, but I seem to recall it was an issue before finding one that fit. And of course, it's probably going to want to come all the way out. I don't change this very often, although I had to change it within the last 6 months, so I don't know why it's giving me issues this soon. The reason I'm changing it is because it just leaks ever so much and drips from here and onto the floor, and that's not a good scenario in a tiled shower. So, with that off, we now need to remove this screw here. I may have to put you down. One of the major things to consider before you attempt doing this, especially if it's your first time, is which day of the week and what time of day that you do this. If it is leaking and you get the part and you want to try to do this yourself, nothing wrong with that, but be prepared that you could have trouble removing that cartridge. They do sell a cartridge removal tool, so I just removed this stop here, and as you can see, the prior tenants or owners decided to take the limiters and do away with them, so it is what it is, but you shouldn't throw them away. It should be assembled just as you take it apart. The thing you want to do here is twist this open, and you see the flat part towards the top. Now we've got to get this spring retainer out. And I don't know if I can do it without taking this cover off. Apparently not, so I'll be back when I get the cover off. The bolts are pretty long, stupidly, seemingly long. Cover's off. There is a foam backing on here, but those are going to age. So when I put this back on, I'm going to put some silicone around the top just to keep water out of here. It doesn't look bad at all as far as water penetration in here, but it doesn't hurt to be safe. So I want to pull this clip and it just goes straight up like that. All that really does is just hold it in place. And if you're lucky, you can pull this out fairly easily. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. did. And that just comes out like that. And I've got high iron content. Maybe that's, I'll have to look at these. I don't know, maybe that O-ring wasn't real good, but either way, you'll notice that there is an HC somewhere. We'll assume it's this one, so that side goes up. But I have the new cartridge, and I have some silicone grease, and this is important. It's not edible, so make sure you don't have a snack on that. But let me get the plastic off of here and the grease on the ovals here, the O-ring, and the oval on the other side as well. And again, I don't have HC on mine on this, but that's got an indent, so we're going to put that in, and I want to line it straight up, and I want to push it straight in. I don't really want to twist it back and forth. And there we go. I wish I would have chalked that in a little better when the drywall was off, but it is what it is. It's still going to work. So now I need to put the spring back in. And I've got the new one that's included. Not that the old one was bad, but make sure that's down in, and it's in on the sides right here. Okay, that part is complete. I'm going to need to put the beauty ring on and put this back in together. It actually is a Moen. I've never seen that before, so good to know. I've got this put on, and I need to put this on. And that's the stop. And that screw is going to go right in the middle, of course. So that's back on. Now I'm just going to rotate this around this way so that I can put the hex nut back in easily. And it is back on, even though I don't have that limiter in there like it should be. It still works, but probably not as good as it could. So all we have to do now is turn on the water and pray. Again, it's easy as you've seen it is, but anything can happen. So if you try doing this on a Sunday at noon and find that the cartridge gets stuck coming out, or you're running into troubles, that's going to leave you without water for a good portion of the day until you can get a professional in. So just be wary of that when you do this for a first time. So this is my water meter. It's in a box out here, and there's like a garden faucet to turn it on and off. Some of them you may need a tool like forks that go in and flip it one way or the other. It just depends, but this is where my mains are at. Now it's always a good idea to have somebody on the inside telling you whether or not anything is leaking, but on your meter you should be able to see either dials or something. For me, in the middle of the red dial right there, it goes around if water is moving, And of course the meter can go back and forth, you know, as to how much water is kind of coming out. So I did notice that it was turning when I turned it on, which meant water was coming out of the shower. So now I have to go turn that around, because that circle that was in there is obviously not the HC portion. I wasn't sure, but we'll try that. What I'm going to try first, I just turned this piece here 180 degrees. I've got a line right there, so this is probably the position that it should be in. So I'm going to try that and turn on the water. Now we'll come back out here and turn this on. And I should hear a little bit of a hiss, possibly, just to fill the line with water. I can already hear it stopped. It's hard to get an image of that. There we go. And we can see the water's wheels not spinning. And the red line's not moving, so good to go as far as that. Now, it could still be leaking, but we'll see. I'm going to go inside and check. So, not seeing anything dripping. Everything looks good there. And of course that works. And we'll just have to see, but it should stop the leaking for me. Other issues you could have with these are if they're extremely hard to go back and forth. It's possible that if that's the case, it's going to be hard to pull that cartridge out. I've got another one here for up in the ceiling, but it doesn't get as much use as what this one does. Neither of them get much use right now, but I don't know how long it was leaking before my daughter pointed it out to me, but she looks good so far. So that's all you really need to do. And again, on Amazon, eBay or whatever, it's a Moen 12222. I've got X2, which basically means times 2. Now I'm down to 1 spare cartridge, so I'll probably order another one just to be on the safe side while I'm thinking about it. But as long as I have at least one, I should be good. That's all it takes to do this, though, so don't be afraid.